calling Mitch McConnell Moscow Mitch is probably not a very good thing to say. Suggesting that the minority leaders somehow in the pocket of the Russians. The GOP's capacity for evil knows no bounds. I'm sure a lot of people...
No, he's not fucking memeing, dude. He's not. Like, he's not. He was malding because I'm not doing enough politics and literally fucking tweeting about, like, other... Or not tweeting, but posting in the chat about other fucking streamers that you can go watch. So, yeah. Fuck off.
People in America believe that. I'm not one of them. So, Senator Sanders was Hillary Clinton's opponent, as we all know. So her scorn was not limited to Republicans. Russia did a lot more to help.
The greatest thing that Neera Tanden has ever done is fucking post about Republicans. Okay, let's be real. Everything she's ever said, and I knew that this was going to happen. If you go back, like when they first announced that Neera Tanden was going to be appointed to this position, okay, what did I tell you? I told you that they're going to fucking cry endlessly, and the appointment voting process is going to be fucking hilarious. And it's going to be hilarious because Republicans are going to cry endlessly about a person and their fucking posts while they literally do the exact same fucking thing, because Republicans hate it when you do what they do all the time. On the one hand, and this is not just Marjorie Taylor Greene. On the one hand, you have Republicans calling Ilhan Omar a terrorist, okay, all the time. You even have Democrats doing that too, which is besides the point, but no, we're not going to get to that right now. We're talking about Republicans. You have Republicans saying that Democrats want communism to take root in this country and destroy the very fabric that this society is put together on a regular basis. Like, it's not just an individual tweet, okay? From a position of power, from their bully pulpits, they do this every fucking day. And the moment you have someone like Neera Tanden, who I despise, she is horrible. She's a big fuck you to all the progressives. That appointment is bullshit, okay? That's the most progressive person you could come up with. Like, fuck you. That's not a progressive person. She despises progressives in general, right? But even after all of that, what? She tweeted meanie bobini things about Mitch McConnell, saying Mitch McConnell's a fucking Russian asset. Okay, we'll do some fucking house cleaning first, okay? Look to your own ranks a little bit to figure out what unacceptable tweets look like to the opposition. It's ridiculous. The funniest part about this entire session, though, has been that, as Lindsey Graham is going to point out here and numerous others, that Neera Tanden doesn't just have remarks for the Republicans. She has a lot to say about progressive Democrats as well, like Bernie Sanders, for example.
Bernie than the DNC's random internal emails did to help Hillary.
Sorry, Democrats didn't call Ilhan Omar a terrorist. They have also absolutely gotten on board with the Republicans that call Ilhan Omar a terrorist and talked about how anti-Semitic she is and how she needs to be punished. If you act like Democrats did not do that, you're out of your mind, and you, I guess, weren't around when Kevin McCarthy and Nancy Pelosi were seemingly aligned on this issue.
Oddly, when Russia was trying to elect Trump, they did not attack Bernie Sanders. They chose to help him. They did this in the Democratic primary. They attacked the other candidate. I doubt if Bernie was Russia's pick either. So the point I'm trying to make here is that in a time of unity, we're picking somebody who throws sharp elbows. And there's going to be a consequence for that, hopefully on our side. As to her management capability, she referred to us for the Glassdoor review of her time of running the Center for American Progress. Again, she's a talented person, who's come a long way in life, but here's some of the reviews. June 2019, 1 out of 5 stars.
Oh my God, pulling out Glassdoor reviews? What a fucking weird, what a weird way to own someone. I mean, whatever, I'm here for it. Let's
terrible,
hear it.
Absolutely horrible. October 2016. Cool work, but absurd management. Disapproves of CEO. April 2016. Influential organization, poorly managed. September 2012. 2 out of 5 stars. Bad management. February 13th. 2 out of 5 stars.
They're also completely cherry picked. Dog, they're Glassdoor reviews. What are you talking about? They're literally reading that is like reading a fucking Yelp review. Like, imagine if you owned a restaurant and you were getting appointed to a fucking seat, appointed to a position within an administration, and they were reading random anonymous Yelp reviews. Are you fucking crazy? The moment you say I'm reading Glassdoor reviews, you've already said, fuck normal procedure. I'm going balls deep. I don't give a fuck what happens in the aftermath of this. It's so stupid. It's so pointless, but also hilarious because that's what American politics is for the most part.
Great experience, terrible management. 2 out of 5 stars, April 2017, disapproves of CEO, doesn't recommend, what a mess. So all I can say is that this is not the unifying pick that I was looking for.
Like, come on. That's a lib take, dude. That's a lib take, brother. It's a lib take to say that he's using Glassdoor reviews to make an argument as to why she shouldn't be appointed to the seat. Really? That's a lib take? Yeah. My evidence is something that I could have typed out anonymously an hour before this conversation. Come on, dude. I'm sorry, but you got a 2-star out of 5-star. It says that you were eating a salad with a comb. And I don't know if that's the candidate that unifies this country. Yeah, can you please explain why we should care about her tweets? You shouldn't. I think it's bullshit. Neera Tanden is a bad person for the job from a leftist point of view because she is austerity prone at times, like in 2012, for example, when there was a grand bargain conversation going around where the Obama administration and Joe Biden, spearheading this effort as well, wanted to limit entitlements. And she was on board with that. That is a great reason for why I personally do not like Neera Tanden in that position. Okay? But beyond that, people talking about decorum, or people talking about like her Glassdoor reviews, or people talking about what her Twitter fingers led to and how this is not a unity candidate is fucking idiotic. It's super stupid. But again, they're pitching for the rafters. They're not actually trying to win a game. They're not actually trying to make reasonable arguments here. They are going to probably try to say that they're probably going to try to say that this is a divisive candidate, but ultimately she'll probably get voted in. I don't know. She's intentionally spreading smears against Bernie. Stop it. What? My guy.
Hi, cutie.
Okay, let's hear from an actually reasonable person about why Neera Tanden is not a good candidate, rather than dumbass fucking tweets. Okay, here.
Issue that concerns me very much.
7 months of your Deegan takes Hasuni.
That big money interests have an undue influence over the economic and political life of our country. That too often campaign contributions are what determines policy rather than the needs of ordinary Americans. And according to the Washington Post, since 2014, the Center for American Progress has received roughly $5.5 million from Walmart, a company that pays its workers starvation wages, $900,000 from the Bank of America, $550,000 from J.P. Morgan Chase, $550,000 from Amazon, $200,000 from Wells Fargo, $800,000 from Facebook, and up to $1.4 million from Google. In other words, CAP has received.
Again, that's a real reason to criticize Neera Tanden. That is one of the reasons why I think Neera Tanden is a bad person for this job and for most positions in an administrative role. Okay? The fucking tweets that made Bernie's fifis hurt are not reasonable examples. Okay? She's just a fucking annoying liberal. They all hate him because he's progressive and because he makes liberals look bad by actually forcing people to follow through on the promises that and the values that liberals supposedly espouse. Okay? That's what it is. If you're a fucking leftist, you should get used to it, guys. You're either going to convince liberals to become more leftist, or you're going to get shit on by them all the time because they fucking hate the fact that there's someone out there who is saying, well, you know, why don't we actually do this stuff that you claim to care about? You understand? So get used to that. That's always going to happen.
Receive money for some of the most powerful special interests in our country. How will your relationship with those very powerful special interests impact your decision-making if you are appointed to be the head of OMB?
Senator, I thank you for that question. It will have zero impact on my decision-making. I'm actually took a number of positions that disagreed vigorously with the policy positions of those institutions. But I appreciate this question, and it is my role. It will be my role to ensure that I'm only serving the interests of the American people, the administration, and its agenda to address rising inequality and address the needs of working families.
By the way, I believe it. Like, Neera Tanden is a fucking soldier, okay? Ultimately, if the Biden camp decides it's good to push for policies that alleviate some of the worst problems that are created as a consequence of wealth inequality, she's going to do it. She's not, like, ideologically predisposed to neoliberalism to the degree where she's like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do this. She's going to do that. But the reality is the Biden administration is not going to actually turn the money cannon away from corporations to the fucking working poor. Okay? And if they don't do that, and if they don't ask for that, she has no ideological predisposition to make sure that that happens. Do you get what I'm saying? She's just a fucking soldier. She's a puppet. She's just a mouthpiece. Okay? I know that there's a lot of people in my audience that want to say, like, oh, well, she's a war criminal immediately. Or, like, everyone's a war criminal. Everyone I don't like is a fucking liberal, neoliberal war criminal. Yeah, she is. Okay? I mean, it's hard not to be, right? If you are in the Democratic Party, most people are in American politics. But in that same metric, Bernie Sanders is a war criminal as well. So, aren't those tweets against Bernie examples of big money funding, though? Also, why do you think the big money funded liberals would ever become socialist? What? I never said that. Are we engaging in an activity here to misunderstand things that I'm saying? Like, when the fuck did I say Neera Tanden's going to be a socialist? Are you out of your fucking mind? No, she's never going to be socialist. Are you just not listening to what I'm saying? She is a regular, boring, progressive adjacent, which is bullshit, neoliberal. That's it. But she's also a puppet. That's precisely what it is. I think Biden is actually turning the money cannon towards people and not corporate America. The COVID bill is a good example of that. Listen, the COVID bill is one example of that. We're going to see. We're going to see what happens. Just like I told you, I don't give a fuck until Biden is sworn into office. I'm not going to fucking I'm going to still be doubtful until the money cannon is turned and is actually fucking pumping out some cash. Lib Bizzle getting ahead of himself, LMAO. Well, first of all, if we're being real, Joe Biden has overperformed from my expectations, at least so far. I have to be fair. That doesn't mean he's doing a great job, but I really expected him to do a horrible fucking job. And so far, they've done some stuff that I consider to be decent, if not good. Okay? Even the fact that they said that they were going to continue with the budget reconciliation rather than like endlessly deliberate over and over again about this $1.9 trillion package. That's good. That's really good. That is the opposite of 2009 Dems, okay? And as someone who's been following the Democratic Party for a very long time, it's shocking to see even people like Chuck Schumer say things like, we're not going to cave to the needs of the Republican Party for no reason when we have the power. It doesn't fucking matter. And we're going to follow through on our proposals. That doesn't mean that Fabian Simpicalist Chad is saying that she's akin to a soldier who follows fucking orders. She followed orders working for that other group and would follow orders if Biden decided to be someone progressive. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's behind Trump and a Republican Senate in relief payments. Yeah, it's a little bit easier when you're a Republican to make relief payments. I think you realize that, right? Because one side is on board with relief payments, the other side is not. So if the side that is all of a sudden on board, the side that's never on board with relief payments is all of a sudden on board with relief payments, then yeah, of course American people are going to get relief. So what are you talking about? It's not even the same conversation. Marxism, Bidenism is becoming real. Please don't even meme this, okay? It's so stupid. I don't even like that as a fucking meme, okay? The anarcho-Bidenism, Marxist Bidenism, that sort of shit. Like, please stop. It really fucking triggers me because it is so stupid. It's so extremely online. And apparently, there's a bunch of people in my community that are, that do think that I believe that, like, Biden is a fucking socialist or something. No, I'm not a Republican politician, okay? I don't believe Biden is a socialist. Please stop.